Hi guys, welcome back to Living the Harden Dream. It is preservation. I've already been to our part-time job, cleaned the building, cleaned everything that we needed to do this morning to get next week started. Today is Sunday and it's a busy day. I've got some preservation projects that I'm going to bring you guys along with. I've got homework for next week to get done. I want to get everything I can get done today, so tomorrow, next week, will be a better week. This previous week was not for the faint of heart. So let's go check out our preservation projects for today. Me and Papa H is helping me. Let's see how good he can get this corn shucked. I started not to film this, but Papa H said it's a must-have. So this is the rest of this sack of corn. Papa H has been shucking. I've been taking it off the cob, and here's the cobs. Papa H called a friend of his, and he's got hogs. They're going to get those cobs as soon as we get done. Say hey to everybody. So I'm just standing here. Me and Papa H is just talking, shooting the poop, and we've got 2 more bags, or a bag and a half. This bag and a half of another bag to get off the cob. Papa H wants the bag and a half to go in the freezer as whole corn. So this is the mess that we currently have. We will clean it up after the fact, but it's going to be a busy hour or so trying to get it off the cob. And then I'm going to try and can and process as much of it as I can. You know our heating and air saga. And so I don't know that I want to heat up the house that much. But we're going to see what we can get done. Papa H might have to set me up with his burner outside and just run the canner on the outside instead of inside the house. But we are just pulling it off the cob right now, and I'm standing here watching a YouTube video to pass the time. But come along and hang out with us while we get started. Now, as you can see, I'm pulling this knife to me, which is dangerous. I don't advise anybody to do that. I have watched several YouTube videos and TikToks of other people preserving corn and the way that they do it. And last summer I tried several different ways to do this. This is the fastest way for me. And yes, last summer I did bust my finger wide open pulling this knife to me instead of away from me. So don't do as I do. Do what's best for you. Does anybody have any helpful tips on how to completely get rid of all the silks out of the corn? Papa H doesn't have a mic on, so if you didn't hear him, I apologize. He was talking to me, not y'all. Okay, guys. Ooh, you're shaking. This is peaches and cream corn. Sweet corn. If you can see, it has yellow and white pieces in it. This is what I prefer. But Papa H was just telling me there's a difference between this and Rochanier corn. Rochanier, however he said it. Field corn. But my debate is this come out the field? So it's still field corn. But he says no, it's sweet corn. Now, we did get this corn last year, same amount of corn. No, I got an extra bag this year from the same local farmer as I did last year. And I will say we are having a drought in our area. So it's the corn, if you can see, did not come out like it did last year, some of it. And so that's something that the farmer can't help. But last year I did not see the first worm, and so far out of this bag I've not found one. I don't know if it's this type of corn or, but you in North Carolina you always expect to find a free gift in the corn. A stowaway. Papa H is slow. I done caught up on him.
I stopped 10 times waiting on
you. Okay, look. We're going to do a debate. Now I'm trying to save freezer space. Papa H don't care. This is a quart jar. This is a quart bag. He wants me to put it in the bag, not the jar. I don't want to. So we're going to see how many quarts it takes to fill up this bag. 1 quart. It takes 2 quarts, jars, to fill up this bag. That's 2 meals.
We ain't never just me and you. When you come, everybody.
Jars. We got to make this stretch until next summer. I do not. I bought this pan on the side of the road at a yard sale. I do not know the quart size of this bag, but this sack of corn was $25. I don't know how many pounds that was, but that one sack gave us this amount of corn. So it's quite a bit of corn. It probably filled up 3/4 of this bowl. Papa H said it was 58 ears of corn. Well, what I'm going to do is the prettiest ones out of this sack, I'm going to use them for corn on the cob. The ugly ones,
I kept my ugly pretty. I'll take it, man. I ain't got time to go to see what you want.
well, as I'm shucking, I'm taking the ugly off. get over here and shuck this corn and not worry about that corn. I'm taking a break while Papa H works. Okay guys, Papa H is still shucking corn, and I did not plan to do this video. So, I've got my jars clean. Jars are clean. We're going to get ready for processing. So guys, what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to add salt after the fact, once it's cooking, I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of salt in each one of my jars. Then we're going to wash and add our corn to this. Oh no, you're supposed to at least cover your corn. No, I don't. Now guys, I have watched a lot of YouTube content creators who talked about their water supplies. Some people's on well water, some people's on will go buy water to put in their jars. I am on county water, and I done this last year, but my corn came out just fine. I am going to do a 1-inch headspace on these. Some people may do 1/2 inch, but I just want to be in an era of caution. I'm not sure where my debubbler went. Always debubble your jars and recheck your headspace. I at least want the water to cover my corn. I do have some that I've overfilled. Okay, let's cover some that are not quite full. I'm just going to wipe my rims one more time because I forgot the water. Now when you're processing anything, you want your water in your canner to be the same temperature as the water, as the jar itself, or else you could bust your jars in the canning processing. Add our lids back. Now when I was younger, I had some elderly friends that said when you apply your lids, don't touch, but put your hands on the inside of the rim. Nowadays, I guess with our new technology, our canners take care of any bacteria. We're going to add our lids. To be honest with you guys, I really don't know how many jars, pint jars, this canner is going to hold, but we're fixing to find out because I am going to fill it to the rim. I'm going to add a second barrier. Now the next go around on the corn, I'm going to also can some string beans to go along with it to fill my canner. My goal for today was to can blueberry jelly and process this corn. Just clean out my garden, but I don't know. What I'm going to do is turn my stove on high until I start seeing it steam, and then once it releases pressure, 10 minutes of pressure, then I'm going to stick my dowel on it. Now I did find out with the Presto canners, it's somewhere over there, with Presto canners, these weights automatically come at 15 pounds. This is a 15-pound weight. You can purchase the size weight that you need for your elevation. Now, my elevation, I think, is like 12 pounds, but because this is a 15-pound weight, it's going to go up to 15 pounds on my dial. I have canned everything on 15 pounds. It does not bother anything I have put up in the past. The day's a new day. It may just ruin it, but I don't know. I'm just going to can it with what I got. My eye is on. I'll come back and check on y'all when we get ready to do what we got to do. Okay, guys, we got a steady stream of steam. Do not ever put your hands under this. Don't do that. But you got a steady stream of steam. So we're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we're going to put our weight on top of this. I hope the camera can pull this up. So it's a steady stream. Okay, guys, we're in the countdown. We've got 24 seconds before we need to put on our weight. Just so we're clear, this is a Presto 23-quart pressure canner. I got it off of Amazon several years ago. Okay, so guys, I lost my mic. My mic died, but I was having difficulties with this canner on this occasion, and I was trying to explain it to you guys, but it just did not release pressure or gain pressure like I wanted it to. I ended up having to take the lid off and make sure everything was tightened, that all the ports were clear. It was just a delay in processing this corn, like 30 minutes. I had to go back and restart it again. And also, I was going to let you guys know that yes, my elevation is 10 pounds of pressure, but I did can this at 15 pounds of pressure for 55 minutes. Okay guys, out of our corn harvest, we bought 3 sacks of corn, if you remember. We've got 29 jars of processed corn, canned corn. Everything has sealed, everything is clean. The remainder of the corn that we harvested, that we shucked and cleaned, is in the freezer. I done a bag and a half in the freezer, a bag and a half in jars. For corn on the cob, Papa H really wanted more corn on the cob versus what we have here. Like I said, I can't remember exactly how many pints I done last year, but I do know this is not going to be enough for us to sustain us for a year. We do eat a lot of corn and string beans as sides for our meals. But I just wanted you to see the after part. You guys be blessed.